Okay, let's go again. Last time. That was good, but I don't think I'll know for sure if I'm really on until I get to Atlantis. Atlantis is the first thing that would test me. But there's a few jumps in here, I guess, that could be a nice test. And we're back to Atlantis. All about Atlantis right now. And then Hollywood. Gone well so far. Alright. I'm feeling like this could be my best run of Atlantis, too. But I could still lose a lot in the Wild West when we get there. If we can make it past Hollywood, we're feeling pretty good about this run. We should make this unless I accidentally hit the water twice. I'm not really worried about dying here. I'm just worried about the time I could have lost if we had died at the top of that room that filled with water, because we have to wait for it to refill. We're past that now, so I think this will be ahead in time. Wow, that was way ahead. Didn't expect that. I'm meandering all over the place a bit. Alright, I don't like this first bird. He's hard to kill. Almost anything in this game that flies is hard to hit. And this next room is really nasty too. Oh, I thought we made it too. Alive. Last TNT got us. Yeah, that room wouldn't have been too bad if we had more health. It's just hard to get through quickly when you're low on health. Yeah, there we go. I think the other crab might have been soaking some damage. Still gold. Every split's been a best split so far. Alright, I don't think that can continue for the Wild West. Let's see. It's all gonna come down to that nasty platforming. But that's a good sign, taking no damage there, I think. Not even gonna be worth grabbing that heart, which I grab a lot. Taking a lot of hits from the outlaw though. Moment of truth. Oh yeah, the silly half pipe. I forgot about it. Post is over. I'm glad the water in that room doesn't do too much damage to you. The amount of damage you take from various things varies from like room to room. Sometimes water in some rooms would kill like half your health, but in that room it doesn't do much, so you can take a lot of hits to save time. So there are some kind of inconsistencies in this game, which is almost a trademark of most bad games. Still don't feel this one is too bad. I like it. At least until you reach the end game. Then it has a really weird ending. We gotta fight the same boss 6 times. But other than that, I like this game. And we still got gold split somehow. That did feel pretty fast. Even if that one platforming section was slow, but I always take it pretty slow. But now, the final kind of moment of truth with Hollywood doing an all year now. Because this is where I expect to lose the most time, if I lose too much time. I think we've got time to spare, so hopefully this will go well anyways. Alright, well we got the first hard jump on the first try. One more to try out. We got a lucky shot on us. There's a high probability of dying here. It's hard to do this without taking any damage. You can though. That's okay, it means we'll be set up for the platforming section later on to get through that. Okay, the door didn't stay unlocked for us. I was curious how that worked. And we got that, so we got the hardest jump down. So I think we'll be set for a good run now, unless I just lose it at the end to the final tough. platforming section. I'm talking about the very end of the game. You can easily get a game over by just falling to your death. So as long as I don't do that, I think we'll have a good run this time. I think maybe the problem I was having earlier was just holding the button too long. You want to do more light taps in this game, I think, for most jumping. That might have been one thing I was off. Well, let's not worry about the past. Let's just see how we're doing right now. Wow, we're 2 minutes ahead. That's what I want, so we can get down to that 1 hour 6 minutes. Okay, so let's go to the castle. Not quite used to doing things this way. But now we're back to the standard level order. We're even dodging lasers. I don't know why we didn't get hit by any lasers in that room. I always expect to get hit in that one. But things are just looking up for us right now. But you never know when disaster could strike. We've already done all the hardest stuff, so I'd be surprised if something went wrong now. I had to try that. I didn't really take it straight on though. I've been trying to find an easier way to get into the whale quick. Hate the camera right there. Alright, I hope I'm going the correct path. I should be. If there isn't a bubble here, then we should be on the right path. The camera is just pretty disorienting sometimes right there. One thing that could go wrong is the pillar. The famous pillar in Atlantis. It can be very stubborn and do what I want sometimes. So that's something left to look out for. Complete whiff on those guns. Good thing they're not very important. I imagine they do save a bit of time. But a very small bit. I always go the wrong way in that room, and I always mention it. You figured I would remember eventually. Go the other way. Alright, we're gonna lose a little bit of time. I thought I went too far. So our gold streak is coming to an end. The gold rush is over. There we go. Yep. Not gold, but we're still faster than the best run segment. So saving a tiny bit of time each time. I think I did that a little bit fast for me. So that alone could be enough to maybe get us another gold split if we do everything else decent. Just getting through that first room like that. This is probably the hardest half pipe we have to do. I don't think we're gonna make it. No, it's hard to get it on the first push for some reason. One thing, the fish like to block you a lot. Good chance we're gonna die here. Oh, I guess I didn't even press the button. That's awful. We're definitely losing time now. Why? I pressed the, I'm pretty sure I pressed the button. Hope it's not a glitch. Here we go. It's pressed for sure that time. Alright, this is a stage that I had trouble with in the last run too, so I might not lose much time compared to my best time. It certainly won't be a gold split though. I bet we wind up with like a minute 50 seconds. Yeah, I'm only gonna be a minute 50 ahead with my bet right now. Although this lumber mill part was pretty fast for me until that very last timepiece. That was good. Still gonna say we'll only be a minute 50 ahead. Let's see. Nope, we're 2 minutes 17. Okay, we didn't lose much. But now we get to go to that pillow I was talking about and try not to drown in Atlantis. We'll be back up to 2 lives though, if we don't drown. Nice thing is we get to do the pillow first, so we get it right out of the way. The main thing that could go wrong is if we accidentally push it into the green zone. That's the worst thing by far that could happen. At least that I would actually expect that would happen. I guess the worst thing would be you actually run out of oxygen and drown, but I don't really expect that. I'm pushing it a little bit. Let's go get that oxygen. We're gonna have to push it back for that red though, since I accidentally bumped it all the way over to yellow. So we could be losing a tiny bit of time. Although, not losing time in my best run, just losing time to my best segment, really. Because it was my best run last week. I'm pretty sure we had a little bit more trouble with the pillow than that. We're probably still 2 minutes ahead. A fortuitous time to get struck with a trident. Barely notice. Take a hit, grab a life. I'm not sure why I'm wasting time even going for those. We missed the trigger. Looked like it didn't accept the red key. I was very confused. I guess it did, even though it wasn't glowing. So I wasted a bit of time fiddling with the shell. But everything else was pretty fast. I think we'll still wind up gaining time here. And we're definitely going to gain a 1-up. So we're at 2, which is what we like to have when we reach the end. And we should get 1 more before the end, so we could be entering the last level with 3 lives, which would be very nice. Not necessary, but nice. In case we mess up the platforming a lot. Okay, I almost was a little scared there because it didn't give me the full picture for a moment. I was really worried that I forgot one somehow, which would be a gigantic waste of time. But we're good. We're clear to leave this place. Purposefully trying to die there so we can refill all of our health. And we got that little trick out too. Okay, now last place, the sunken ship. We're 3 minutes ahead now. After that, the only thing that could really kill us is the final level with its terrible platforming section. That can drain lives super fast. But I'm pretty much on the platforming now. Let's just make sure we get the red key here. And pay attention to our oxygen a bit. Sometimes it's easy to forget about it. There's plenty of bubbles. As long as you're paying attention, I shouldn't run out of oxygen in this stage. There's also plenty of hearts. Overall, it's not a very dangerous stage for your life. It's just dangerous to get lost in and lose time. But at this point, I'm pretty sure I know where to go. But yes, with how far ahead we are, I am still really worried about the last stage now. I feel like I'm just gonna mess it up for some reason and lose this good run. Well, we have to wait and see. But yeah, we're at 3 lives now, so we could be going off to the last stage with 3 lives. Which is a nice change. We've been doing it with 2 and 1 time 1 life. And let's make sure we go through the blue door. There was one day where I had an odd occurrence where I just entered this room and left. I didn't even bother to go into the blue room at all for some reason. I wasn't paying attention. Octopus slowing us down a bit. Let's go ahead and get the oxygen. We're sure to make it to the end with no more bubbles. Right there. Alright, now the fun begins. We fight the same boss 6 times. Although there was a little intermission for some bad platforming and some bosses that like to suck your health away. But first, we fight this guy 5 times. We're gonna start with one of the easiest ones since we're low on health. We can actually refill all of our health if we purposefully take a little bit of damage here. The only threat is accidentally taking too much. So I'm gonna be extra careful and spread this damage across 2 of these bosses, I think. I think one more Fire Blast could kill me right now. Alright, so now we're gonna go to the Aztec and hope we beat him without taking any damage so we can get all of our health back. And this is the easiest of the 5, so I expect to beat him without taking any damage, but sometimes you can do one small minor wrong move and end up taking damage. Well, I didn't shoot him somehow, so we're gonna lose some time. The only way to lose time here is just miss a shot. I could have maybe taken damage to get that first shot in, but not when we're sitting at this low of health and I'm trying to regain it all. That's one downside to using this trick, is if you miss a shot you can't then purposefully take damage to get the shot in. He almost nailed us. I'm talking about nonsense a little too much maybe. Yep, I was a little slow to take off there. The main thing is if you stop moving for too long, it's hard to accelerate out of a full stop. But luckily, even kind of spinning to the right and left counts as movement. So you can keep your speed up that way. Okay, so we did that, we killed that guy, we got all of our health back. Let's go for the hard guy, or the harder guy. So this guy has 3 different attacks, and the third one's the one we gotta look out for. Most of the time if it hits you, just change the direction you're running in, and the next one probably won't hit you. There's no real guarantee though. Okay, so he kind of switched directions on us again, I think. We're gonna try going back this way again. Maybe we can get away from the sundials this time. And we'll go ahead and go for Atlantis also. Atlantis is probably the hardest one if you don't get a good start. I think we're on track here. Should be safe. As long as we can keep our speed up. Get a good takeoff. Now we'll be doing the pirate ship last again. I seem to do it last most of the time. It's not the easiest one, but it's easier than the Wild West and Atlantis. The best way to do it would be to do Aztec last, but I wind up doing it earlier just to get my health back. As far as time goes, I don't think it should matter at all. I just only think doing Aztec class would be best, since it gives you the chance to refill your health the easiest. And there's also a small chance if you don't need to do that, you could get some bubble stuff or something. Which bubble stuff isn't important for these bosses, but it is important for the next little sequence of mini bosses we have to do in the final level. The only way bubbles help you on this boss is you can shoot from a little farther away. You wouldn't have to be as close, but most of the time you want to be close to him anyways. Because the bubble stuff doesn't actually deal additional damage, it just lets you fire faster. And firing faster has no benefit when you can only hit him once. And I don't expect this to be a gold split, but we'll probably take a farther lead though. It'll probably be better than my best segment. I mean my best run time. Gonna take a hit so I don't lose time, since I missed that shot. And we have plenty of health to get through the next set of mini bosses. The only threat is dying to the bad platforming. We're just going for game complete. And I try not to talk when doing this platforming. Even though it looks easy, it's very easy to mess up. Especially with the weird kind of delay and stuff. One down. So this guy's a little slower than typical. I can't hit him. There we go. We almost had one disastrous fall there. Oh. Oh well, we got lives to spend. I think this is 2 guys or 1 guy left? 2 guys left. We were gonna die anyways. To this guy. Of course we lost some time to redoing a couple jumps, but I'm not worried about it. We're like 3 minutes ahead. Wow, that was like the fastest I killed that guy, I think. Okay, we should be clear now, as long as we don't completely mess up the final boss. But the only way we can do that is if we fall off the tabletop. We just need to be careful when we're running in circles. There goes nothing. We could lose a lot of time. Yep. The sundials were having none of our nonsense. That was almost really good. If I didn't eat that fire, we might have had a chance. But we should do it with full health. There we go. That's good. That's what I wanted, less than 6 minutes. 1 hour 5:26.